All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect that is scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth, who are in hope of mercy and salvation during the last seconds of these last days of Esau's rulership on the planet Earth. All right. I think I'm going to entitle this Miracle, or Miracles of the Most High, Miracles of the Beast. Something to that effect, because this is a MOTB video, but it's dealing with Esau and his miracles through his technology. All right, which he's already presenting it to the world. All right, the world is being presented with these type of what they call neural interfaces, micro C-hips. All right, which will allow people with ailments, if you're paraplegic, you can't walk, paralyzed, you can't use your lower extremities, you can't use your fingers, your hands, these type of miracles that he's promoting with his technology by a neural brain interface, all right, as they call it, or the neural interface, all right, which all ties into the image of this beast, the new image of this beast that they want to create, which is this new world order, which will be a souped up Roman Empire, because the beast of old was Rome, all right, and we're in Rome now, all right, through the spirit and the likings of Rome, all right, as it is written that the beast was wounded unto death, his deadly wound was healed, all right, and this goes back to the Renaissance era of the 1400s, where they started to resurrect the Roman Empire as far as the taking over of the planet. Things we learn in school, the whole nine, all right. Roman infrastructure at Capitol buildings, the whole nine, all right. But the cherry on top will be them merging man with machine, all right, that they have total control over, all right, with this technology, all right. This would be the cherry on top of their beast system, all right. And the only way you can show your allegiance to the beast is by receiving his mark, which is the micro C-hip, all right. Now you got other Israelite camps who out there now, they're starting to say that they will throw a chip in there, but it has nothing to do with Revelation, the 13th chapter. But pretty soon they're going to say that is the mark. Trust and believe that. Because where this man is taking society is pointing directly to it. And the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone have been saying this way before we have seen this type of promotion, this type of advancement of their technology. All right, they've been saying that this is going to be the chip, or the MOTB will be the micro C-hip. They've been saying it, and now everywhere you look, it's damn near being promoted everywhere, man. All right. And the miracle aspect is, like I said, is when they're going to be able to control, or give you the notion that you'll be able to control different parts of your body once that you didn't have control over. All right. You may have been born with an ailment, or you may have been in a car accident. All right. Like the movie Upgrade. All right. When you look at the movie Upgrade, when he was in that car accident, and then they stuck him and paralyzed him, that was all for the purpose. I'm talking about in the movie, for him to test out that computer micro C hip. All right. That attached to his neurological system, where he was able to control walking, moving. All right. But in the movie, the AI technology took control over him. Okay. So this is where we are in society. They want to be able to perform miracles as our Lord did. And they're showing that they have that ability through their micro C hip technology, all right? Through their neural face or brain interface technology, all right, which is a micro C hip. It's a computer chip. Just like the scriptures tell us in Revelation, the 13th chapter, all right, that he deceiveth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, or he forceth, all right, to receive that mark in their right hand or in their forehead, in their brain, all right. And this is going to be particular dealing with the brain, with this video I have to show you, okay. But first, let's look at this word miracle, all right. From mid-12th century, a wondrous work of God. Point blank, period. All right. Miracle. Story of a miracle. Miracle play. From Latin miraculum. Object of wonder. Latin marvelous event caused by God. To wonder at, marvel, be astonished. Figuratively, to regard, esteem. From miris, wonderful, astonishing, amazing. Earlier, smiros or smirio, to smile, laugh, which it goes into, the different origins of this word. But we get the point of the word miracle. All right. Oh, down here it says something that excites wonder or astonishment, extraordinary or remarkable feat, without regard to divinity or supernatural power. All right, and this is the miracle that this man is putting out there, without regard to divinity or supernatural power. All right, this is why you hear Noah Yuval Harari talk the way he talks, Klaus Schwab talk the way that he talks, Bill Gates talk the way all these technocrats, Zuckerberg, all these people who are up there in the money that are put in front of you to tell you that this is where we're taking society. All right. They don't regard this power as divine or supernatural, because it's not. It's them having power in studying the brain and knowing how to connect devices, and being a mad scientist, what it all boils down to. All right, which they got this technology from the Heavenly Father on the left hand side. All right. And this is definitely, all right, the type of technology, okay, that's being displayed in the end right now that we're living in. All right, to show these types of miracles. All right. But Salakia, before we do that, let's read a couple of scriptures, all right? Because this same power, Matthew the 10th chapter, all right, that Esau is proclaiming that he has or does have, this carnal type of power, Not only did Yahweh Shai have this power, all right, but he gave this type of power to his disciples, all right, which enabled them to perform miracles, all right. So this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 5. And reading down, it says, These 12 Yahweh Shai sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. And this is taking place now in this time. All right. It says, Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. All right. And this is the miracle. This is the power that the Lord gave them. All right. He gave them power to where they were able to heal the sick, cleanse lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. All right. Freely ye have received, which was the Holy Spirit, freely give. All right. Okay, yeah, that's it on that one. Let's go to the next chapter. Okay. This is Yahweh Shai telling John's disciples to tell, send this message back to John. All right. Talking about John the Baptist. All right. This is Matthew 11:1. It says, And it came to pass, when Yahweh Shai had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their cities. Now when John had heard in the prison the works of the Messiah, he sent 2 of his disciples and said unto him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another? Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Go and show John again those things which ye do hear and see, which are what? Miracles. Okay, here it is. Verse 5, the blind receive their sight. Okay, this is the type of shit Esau is talking about doing by putting a computer into a computer chip into your brain to where you're able to see again. All right. They're able to connect neural pathways through that micro C-hip. Okay, because that's all ailments are. Ailments are blockages in your neurons that fire off throughout your body and your brain to tell you to look left, to tell you to look right, to raise your right arm, to walk forward, to walk backwards, to run, to jump. Those are all signals coming from your brain to operate your house, which is your body. Okay, and your spinal cord, which is attached to your brain, is basically your power center. All right, your different outlets to move your body, should I say. The brain is the power source. All right, that's where your spirit is. And your spinal cord, which goes all the way down to your lower extremities, connects, and you have all these neurons and neurological pathways that allow you to send signals from your brain down your spinal cord to fire off, to move your limbs. You know what I'm saying? To move your fingers, to walk, to run, so on and so forth. All right? To speak. All right? So Esau's technology is to try to mimic what Yahweh Shai did in the spirit. That's what it is. Pursuing Isaiah 14, I will be like the Most High. All right? He wants to be God. All right? But he won't get that true power, that true godhood. All right? The Lord is just giving them a little taste. And he's salivating at his mouth so much that the Lord put the spirit on him to try to get everybody to receive this technology. All right. And that's going to be the end of them. Okay. So again, Matthew 11:5, it says, the blind receive their sight and the lame walk. All right. And you're going to see in this video, you're going to have people that can't walk. All right. They're talking about this help you move your lower extremities. All right. The lepers are cleansed and the deaf hear, and the dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. All right. So Yahweh Shai laid it down. Yeah, I'm him. But don't tell him I'm him. Go tell him the things that you see me do. All right. Which we just read here in the 5th verse. Okay. And then you also can go to Luke, the 7th chapter. As a matter of fact, let's go there because it's reiterated in Luke, the 7th chapter. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Here, let's read this one. Read a little bit of this in here. I'm gonna start at 12. Okay, just reading down just to show that it was rumored that a great prophet was risen and he was doing all type of miracles, which was our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, and again, John sent his disciples, and Luke wrote about it here in Luke the 7th chapter. All right, so here we go. It says, now when he came nigh to the gate of the city, behold, there was a dead man carried out, the only son of his mother, and she was a widow, and much people of the city was with her. And when the Lord saw her, he had compassion on her, and said unto her, weep not. And he came and touched the bier, and they that bare him stood still. And he said, young man, I say unto thee, arise. And he that was dead sat up and began to speak, and he delivered him to his mother. And there came a fear on all, and they glorified the Most High, saying, that a great prophet is risen up among us, and that the Most High has visited his people. And this rumor of him went forth throughout all Judea and throughout all the region round about. All right, because this was a great miracle right here of the raising of the dead. All right, and Esau he feel like he gonna be able to do this. All right, he wants to have the ability to raise the dead by computer brain interfaces, man. Okay, where he can have somebody die, but he's already tapped into their system and what you would call bring them back to life, so to speak. They had that movie that came out a while ago called Lazarus. All right, and when you watch this movie Lazarus, let's see if we can get the trailer. And this was about this was basically about Esau let me see. It was about Esau, I think it was called Lazarus. Or Lazarus Effect. Lazarus Project. Wait, was it Project? Yeah, the Lazarus Effect. Let's see. Yep, this was it. This is the movie right here. Came out in 2015. Basically Esau having the technology to bring people back from the dead, but when they came back, they was demons. All right, a demon was inhabiting the body instead of it being the actual person. All right. Oh, it's free on YouTube. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the whole movie. Okay. This is the whole flick right here, which basically shows. I got me something to watch because I've never seen it, but I've seen the previews and things of that nature. And this is what, you know, they would bring. Let's look at the trailer. That's cool. I got something to watch later.
Walmart's massive Black Friday.
Salakia, these damn commercials. Let me let it play through. But this is this man's with his technology, you know, and this is fair use. There will be no monies made. This is strictly for edification and entertainment purposes only. This is only a clip of a trailer. All right.
Started with the Lazarus serum.
The goal here is simple: to bring someone back from the dead. Telling you.
And they trust me. They doing this in these labs. As you heard that line. The goal is simple. All right, to bring someone back from the dead. All right.
Let's make some history.
That 5 kilovolts.
No effect. Maybe if we up the dosage the next time.
You are playing God with a bunch of dead animals. Yes, they're going to be.
You are playing God with what you did. Let me bring in that scripture, Isaiah the 14th chapter, man. All right, let's get that, because that's what this man wants. He wants to be the Godhead, man. Okay. I'm going to start at 14. All right. 13. But the key point is here in the 14th verse. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart," Isaiah 14:13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds." And he's done this. All right. "I will be like the Most High." All right. His technology. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can get that other clip from Raccoon City. All right. Where he basically, there's a scene in there that basically says the same thing. All right. But let's listen to this. Finish this one. And as you notice, the dog ain't the same, because Esau has no control over the spirit. All right. See, the type of technology the Lord has given them and allowed him to tap into, it comes with left hand energy. All right. AI technology and all this madness. It comes with demonic energy, man. And this is what this movie is all about. When they would bring, like when they brought this dog back to life, it had demons came with it. Okay?
Big questions, but to be ready for the answers.
Wait, that's too much neuroactivity. What the hell's going on here? We're gonna duplicate the experiment.
3, 2, 1.
So, she's been electrocuted. Clear?
How can it bring someone back from the dead? This isn't some laughing experiment. This is wrong.
And if you notice, they sticking the needle in their brain. All right. If y'all don't wanna, like I said, you can watch this on YouTube Movies, the channel. You can watch the whole movie. YouTube Movies and TV. I'm actually subscribed to this on my main page. You know, because as of late I've been uploading here to this backup page. You know, because I got 2 strikes on my main page and I just don't want to get another one. And they just totally erased the page. But anyway, the full movie is right here on YouTube Movies and TV, and it's free. You know what I'm saying? It's free. You just got to deal with you know, the ads that pop up. But you know, that's that movie. Now let me get Raccoon City. Shalakia. See if I can get this scene where his wife asks him, "What have you been doing down here?" And he said, "God's work." And he had a whole torso opened up that was still alive. Which, if I can't find it, it's all good. But it's definitely. Oh wait, is it on here too for free? Let me see. Let me click that real quick. Oh nah, not free. You gotta buy or rent this one. But this is the movie. It came out 2021. There's a scene in this movie to where his wife, the scientist, was asked by his wife, which this guy is the scientist here. He was asked by his wife what was he doing in the basement of their home, and he said he was doing God's work. Matter of fact, this might be it right here. Let's see. Well, that was the scene, but they didn't show it. All right. So this man, with the technology he's been given, all right, he wants to be like the Most High. He wants to be able to control the creation of the Most High, and ultimately he wants to do that through these computer brain interfaces. All right, these neural interfaces that he's calling them, which is nothing more but a computer chip placed inside the body. All right, placed inside the brain. All right, the jump shot that was filled with nanoparticulates and a parasite that can grow throughout your vascular system. All right, and that can those lipid nanos. All right, the lipid nano particulates that was in there were able to travel all the way and get to the brain. All right, by way of the lipids that travel with it, the fats. All right. Now we talking about micro, all right, technology. Him mimicking the micro technology already in us, which are cells. All right. But this is the type of technology the Lord has given this man. Okay. So we can't just shadow over this technology that where he's getting ready to take society, man, like it's nothing. Like it ain't got nothing to do with the scriptures. It got everything to do with the scriptures in Revelation, the 13th chapter, when it refers to this man's mark. Okay, it has everything to do with it, because this will be how you interact with society. All right, by being implanted with micro C-hips. Okay, whether it be in your hand or in your brain. This will be your way of interacting with society. This will be how you pay all your bills. This is how you're going to be identified, the whole nine. All right. And this video here on Bloomberg Originals, which bring me to it now. All right. And I'll place this link in the description box because we're not going to watch the whole 2457. But I highly suggest for this to be watched by those of you who truly believe. All right. Because this is where it's at, man. All right. Especially for you new believers, you newcomers, to finding out that you're an Israelite. All right. And looking to see what can you do to be saved. All right. Main thing you can do is believe in Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Most High. All right. In truth and sincerity, and to not receive this technology, whether it be in your hand or in your forehead or anywhere in your body. All right. And return to the Heavenly Father by living the way He wants you to live to the best of your ability on this planet Earth. All right. So without any further ado, let's get into this this video here with this man and his technology. All right. Salakia, let me go. So let's let this play. I'm gonna play a few parts. I'm not gonna play the whole 24 minutes. I'm gonna go to a couple of key parts, and I'm gonna go to the end where she's asking, just regular people walking by, would they take this technology? So let's go.
Humans have long hoped to harness the full power of the mind. During the Cold War, the CIA even hired supposed mind readers to help spy on the Soviets in a top-secret program. What if we don't have to hope anymore? Brain-computer interface, a special type of AI technology known as BCI, shows tremendous promise in making our minds do things we've only previously imagined. But this all comes at a price. Access to your mind. Are we willing to open up our minds to machines? How much can...
And this is why you had this dude, Yuval Harari. This is why he made the statement, humans are now hackable animals. Because all they have to do is get this technology inside of your body. And they got it. A lot of the people that took that jab, you're an antenna. Because of the nanoparticulates that was allowed to grow inside your vascular system and eventually made its way to your brain. Now these nano particles are attached to your neurological system. They're attached to your neurons, and they can be read from an outside source. Okay, this is why you have what's this guy's name? I did a video on a while ago. Where he uses the Bluetooth technology, and he's able to pick up these signals that don't have a it's not labeled. It's just a number. All right? Because a lot of these people that took that jump shot, they're indeed hackable now. All right? They're indeed hackable now because of this man's technology. Man, excuse me, I got something in my eye. Ah, shit. Oh, damn, man. Salakia. This shit sucks. Oh, fuck. Alright, shit. I'm gonna have to deal with it. Oh, man. Ain't nothing but Satan, man. Salakia. Like, going back to what I was saying, this is why they have that statement: humans are now hackable animals. All right. And definitely, if you allow them to put a computer brain interface within your in your brain, all right, they're gonna have access to you. All right, they will have that access. Oh, the movie Cell is another movie. Okay, it came out in 2015 as well, 2016, to where the people were being controlled by frequency from the cell phone towers. All right. Kingsman, another movie. All right. Oh, damn. I'm trying to blink this thing out of my eye, man. Whatever the fuck it is. Probably an eyelash. That shit bothering me. Oh, shit. All right, let's play. Let's get back to the video. Salakia.
Trust that in this strange new future, our minds will still be our own.
The brain is not just another organ of the body. It is the organ that makes us who we are. With neurotechnology, we can decide what type of human being we want to be. Everything comes out of the activity of neurons in your brain. And for the first time in history, we've developed technology that lets you record that activity and change it.
What you're seeing.
There you have it. You see, these devils ain't playing, and this ain't even Elon's. This is another company. So there's a race for this technology, man. There's a race to get these big contracts. There's a race for this to be put and implemented into society, man. All right? Let's let it play a little bit more, and I'm going to jump it to the 6-minute mark.
There is a mouse drinking, not out of desire, but because it was ordered.
Everything comes out of the activity of neurons in your brain. And for the first time in history, we've developed technology that lets you record that activity.
For the first time in history, all right? This how you know we at the end. They didn't have this technology going back to the 80s, all right? The 70s, where your grandparents and them was talking about, they've been saying the end of the world was going to end way back when I was a child. Well, they didn't have this type of technology back then. Now they have it. All right. And they're actually using it, not only on animals, but human trials have begun and have started.
And change it.
What you're seeing here is a mouse drinking, not out of desire, but because it was ordered to do so by scientists manipulating its neurons. Proof that the brain can be controlled from the outside.
That for me was an Oppenheimer moment.
Proof that the brain can be controlled by the outside. All right. Look at this. That for me was an Oppenheimer moment. What was the Oppenheimer moment? The Oppenheimer moment was when he created that bomb. When they created that bomb, man. Well, when they figured out that they can control the brain from outside of the body, come on, man. Why you think they put fear in the people in 2020, going into 2021, to make you think that you needed a goddamn a jab so you don't get sick and die. All right? So they can have access to control the brain from the outside. Let's back that up just a little bit.
That lets you record that activity and change it.
What you're seeing here is a mouse drinking, not out of desire, but because it was ordered to do so by scientists manipulating its neurons. Proof that the brain can be controlled from the outside.
That for me was an Oppenheimer moment, because, I mean, on the one hand, we were super excited, like, oh my God, we finally got into the brain. But of course, what you can do in a mouse today, you can do in a human tomorrow. And that's when I started to be worried. So what are the most scary scenarios that we can imagine with neurotechnology? Mental privacy, decoding of one's thoughts. They could decode not just what you're thinking, but even worse, what your subconscious, what you don't know you're thinking.
As a matter of fact, I got a video on my phone. Let me see if I can send it to my computer real quick. Where Bill Gates was talking about controlling the VMAT2 gene in the brain by what he calls the jump shot. Let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, which he basically said it'll turn fanatics into so-called regular people. All right. Let me see if I can find it real quick. If not, let me see. Come on. Let's see if we can get that. Let me see if I could type it in this YouTube. Maybe it'll come up here. As he was explaining this, let me just type in VMAT2 gene. Slovakia. As he was explaining that this type of technology to shut off your basically your pineal gland. All right. I ain't gonna come up on this. But as you see, all this, you know, they gain access by putting these nanoparticles into your bloodstream. That's how they gain access to you, and or to your brain. All right. They got to put their technology in you, and now they have access to control the brain from the outside. All right, this is why when all this hell get to breaking loose, and we see these people wigging and bugging out and doing whatever the hell Esau gonna control them to do, we know what time it is. All right, bear with me a second. I'm trying to find this video on my phone. And Lord will share it. You know, I didn't even plan for this video to be this long, but you know how the Spirit does sometimes. If I can't find it, oh well. Let me see. I'm going to keep scrolling a little bit. Find it through all these damn videos. Let me see. Salakia. I'm just over here seeing if I can get lucky in the spirit. But we definitely see the technology, all right? This is where society is headed. And if you want to operate, you want to live, you want to, you know what I'm saying, be in America, all right, and operate in this society, you're going to have to get down with the get down. Ain't going to be no, oh, I'm not taking it because, no, you're going to have to take it if you down with, to show your allegiance, all right? You're going to have to take it. There ain't gonna be no ifs, ands, or buts. This is how you're going to show your allegiance to this man. All right? By taking his technology, which he's going to be able to control you with. Okay? Yeah, I'll be scrolling forever trying to find this damn video. Still ain't found it. But I know some of you brothers that, you know, some of you have actually seen the video before. He was explaining, you know, having a little conference with military officials about killing the VMAT2 gene of those radicals over there in the Middle East. All right? But anyway, let's we'll just get back to it. But the VMAT2 gene is essentially the God gene, all right? That's what it is. All right? And Esau wants to cut that off primarily from the elect, because he knows that we are that glitch in his system. We are that true resistance to him establishing this NWO. All right. So let's go back to the video. And while it's playing, I'm gonna still be scrolling to try to find that Bill Gates video.
Second, our identity. Someone could go and dissolve it, break it, and this is something that nobody ever worried about in the history of humanity, because you cannot change the person. Guess what? Now you can. The third area of concern are decisions. This is not science fiction. We've done it with mice. We turn the mouse into a puppet and make the mouse do one thing or the other. The fourth area of concern is to have a humanity that is fractured into two types of humans. Ones that are augmented mentally and other ones that are not, like an underclass. The last nightmare scenario is to have people piping information into your brain that is biased or discriminatory. In a way, they're sort of changing your belief systems.
There it is. All right. They want to change. And that goes back to the VMAT2 gene. Like I said, changing your belief systems. They don't want you to think that there is a true higher power. They want you to believe that they're that higher power. That's why I read Isaiah the 14th chapter. All right. They want the credit of being the Most High. They want to be like the Most High. All right. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Psalms real quick. The Lord gonna, basically prove these devils that, look, you ain't nothing but a man. Okay, Psalms the 9th chapter. And it's the last verse. But let's read up a little bit. Okay, yeah, we'll start here at 13. All right. Psalms 9 and 13, it says, have mercy upon me, O Lord. Consider my trouble, which I suffer of them that hate me. Thou that liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may shew forth all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. All right. And this is what ultimately what we're doing, man. We're showing you the praises, all right, of the Most High. All right. When we go out there to them highways and byways, we're warning you. All right. It says the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. All right. Which all the heathen are with this technology. Best believe that. Psalms the 83rd chapter. They're with this technology, especially by putting it into us Israelites. They're absolutely with it. All right. Because it's a means of them always being over us. All right. But we know, according to prophecy, that's not going to happen. It says, in the net which they hid is their own foot taken. All right. Because they trying to put us in a net of captivity by way of technology. But they're going to be taken in that same net when Yahweh Shai returns. All right. It says, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. All right. And the work of his own hands, this devil about to be snared. All right. Haggayin Selah. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forgot the Most High. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord. Let not man prevail. All right. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. And this is how they want to prevail. Through this technology. All right. You heard what he said, what he said, to where we can change your religious beliefs. All right. That's why I say, for those who want to watch the whole video, I highly suggest it. All right. Like Apostle Gabar always says, knowing is half the battle. All right. This is a part of us getting the knowledge, the knowing. All right. Don't let these other Israelite groups swindle you out of your salvation, man. All right. Because this is where society's headed. And if you don't think so, you will be forced to make a conscious decision on whether you're going to have to take this technology or not. You will be met with this ultimatum. A sure day in the very near future. Okay? Let's go back, finish this out. Verse 20. Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Salah. And that's what these people think, that they above God. Especially this Edomite. All right? Humans are now hackable animals. Free will. That's a thing of the past. He even said that the Lord was fake news. We could make, come on, man. Well, let's finish this video. I got a couple more points here I want to play.
We estimate the procedure will take less than 30 minutes and you go home that day.
That day.
That day.
Okay.
Yeah, it's less invasive than most cosmetic procedures. It's less invasive than a nose job. Drugs don't activate networks. They activate neurons in your body and in your brain, and that causes all kinds of side effects. If you look at people on antidepressants today, a lot of them fall off because of weight gain or sexual dysfunction. These are things that we shouldn't even be exposing people to because this is a brain disorder.
So how far off is this?
We expect that we'll achieve FDA approval in the coming years, and a clinical trial will follow shortly after that.
What other mental illnesses do you think you can cure?
We're looking at PTSD, we're looking at ADHD, and we're looking at OCD.
Wow. What about Alzheimer's?
I would not be surprised if in the next 10 years we'll have electronic therapy that can prevent the cognitive decline.
So what they're having a conversation about is how this technology can cure diseases. It can help people walk. things of that nature, talking about the miracle side of this carnal ass technology. But before we go on, I found the video. I'm gonna share it now, just to show you this VMAT 2 portion here. All right, this is the video here. It's a 3-minute video, so let's just listen to this real quick. I'm gonna put it in full screen.
The anti
We have
Christ died.
individuals who are religious fundamentalists, religious fanatics, and this is the expression RT-PCR, real-time PCR. Here we have individuals who are not particularly fundamentalist, not particularly religious, and you can see there's a much reduced expression of this particular gene, the VMAT2 gene. Another evidence that supports our hypothesis for the development of this approach.
Here is by
So this is that VMAT2 gene that this man has targeted. Okay. Let it play a little more. All right.
They're spreading this virus. They're spreading this. You can trust me. Virus. We're going to eliminate individuals from donning on a bomb vest and going into a market and blowing up.
So our hypothesis is that these are fanatical people, that they have overexpression of the VMAT2 gene, and that by vaccinating them against this, will eliminate this behavior.
You have to prove
here we
you
have
can vaccinate.
2 brain scans of different individuals with different levels of expression of VMAT2. On top is an individual who's a religious fanatic, an individual, and we've repeated this numerous times, that has high levels of VMAT2. Now, this individual down here who had low levels of the VMAT2 gene, this individual would self-describe as not particularly religious. In each case, these individuals were read a religious
Let
text.
no man deceive you by
This
any means,
individual
for that day shall not come
right,
except
lit
there
up
come a falling away first.
the right middle.
I mean, that's one that's. It got a bunch of, edited into it. But as you see, that's Kill Gates back in 05 of April, explaining this type of technology. So they've had it. All right? They've had it. Now they've rolled it out to the world. All right? Talking about it's going to be years and years before. No, they've already tried it on humans, tried it on mice, and they ready to go with it. This is why 2021 came around and half of you people on the planet gave this man your arm. Okay? So he can inject you with this technology.
Falling away first.
The right middle frontal gyrus shown here, and that's a part of the brain that's associated with theory of mind. It's the part of the brain that has to do with intents and beliefs and desires. In marked contrast, here's an individual who would not particularly self-describe as religious.
You can trust
read
me.
a religious text. What you see is that this part of the brain called the anterior insula lights up. This is a part of the brain that's associated with disgust or displeasure on hearing something.
Are you suggesting I take a CT scan with me when I'm evaluating people to determine whether to put a bullet in their head?
The virus would immunize against this VMAT2 gene, and that would have the effect that you see here, which is it's essentially to turn a fanatic into a normal person. And we think that will have major effects in the Middle East.
How would you suggest that this is going to be dispersed? The aerosol?
Well, so the present plan have used respiratory viruses, such as flu or rhinoviruses, and
The way they gon' put it in you is through respiratory Osirises. What was the whole CV Uno Nueve all about? A respiratory dis-ease. Okay? And they created the problem, and they came with the solution. And billions of you fell for it.
And we believe that's a satisfactory way to get the exposure of the largest part of the population. Most of us, of course, have been exposed to both of those viruses.
So that was that video, all right? So they have the technology already. It's here. Ain't no, we don't know or this. No, they have it, okay? They have it, and they're just waiting. Or they rolling it out. They ain't waiting no more. All right. And this the next main event to take place. This thing will be made mandatory.
With Alzheimer's.
How is this different from Neuralink and what Elon Musk is trying to do?
What other brain-computer interface companies are trying to do is get as much information as they can into and out of the brain. And that's important if you're trying to treat something like paralysis. But we're looking at a different problem. We're thinking about how can we restore the circuits in the brain.
There are all kinds of potential use cases here, and certainly curing incurable diseases is at the top of the list. But what if...
Again, miracles that he wants to, play God. Curing incurable diseases with this technology. Okay? So we almost done. Salakia. I know I've been, but I got a couple scriptures I want to read, and then just, a couple more parts in this video.
A brain implant could make you smarter. Is that possible?
I think the short answer is sort of. Making someone smarter, maybe. Giving someone the ability to focus on demand, absolutely.
So they have the technology, Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. They got it. And they rolling it out. All right. This one here, this guy, he received a micro C-hip. And he was told that he wasn't going to live. Let's listen to that real quick.
When you think about somebody who tells you that they have cancer, your immediate thought inside is, I feel so sorry for you. And you tell them that. I'm sorry. I love you. Let me help you. The exact opposite is what happens with mental illness. And you're judged, labeled, and ostracized by society.
You struggled with severe depression for a long part of your life. You hear about a possible solution, but it involves implanting a chip in your brain.
His thing was depression. Severe depression. And the way he got rid of it was inserting a chip into his brain.
Were you scared?
Oh, I was the exact opposite. It's one of the main things that I hear a lot is, you got brain surgery. Were you freaked out? Could care less. I was euphoric to die. And so the worst case scenario was I died. And I loved it. Like, bring it on. Because my life insurance didn't pay out unless I died by an accident, right? I didn't have suicidal coverage.
So how is your implant different from what Motif is working on?
So my implant is, older technology. So invasive, 8-hour procedure, surgery, very intense, very in-depth, very costly, right? This is a big endeavor. What Motif is doing is they've essentially created a technology the size of a pea, as tiny as you can get. And it's not a brain surgery. It's a minimally invasive procedure. They essentially drill a hole in the skull, which is an extremely normal procedure for a neurosurgeon. They place the pea there, cover it up, we activate that power, and that's going to be able to provide the therapy for the patients. The greatest potential here is stopping the massive public health crisis that is out there. It's reducing costs for the overall healthcare system. It's making literally millions of people, millions and millions and millions of people in this country, multiply that times 100 for the world, right? It gives them their life back.
What would your wife say? What would your kids say?
They're blown away. You know, I had this moment with my son, my middle guy. We were quiet in the car for a couple minutes, and then he just said, you know, Dad, I really appreciate you fighting and sticking around, right? And so you get those moments. It's just life. Life is incredible.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's beautiful. That's them pouring syrup on shit, calling it pancakes. All right. Now, there's plenty. It's a great video. You could watch this whole thing, but I'm gonna go to the end where she's basically gonna be asking people would they actually receive this, and then we're gonna read a couple scriptures, and that'll be it.
Why would they not?
Why would they not?
Let me let that.
Once we open our minds to these devices, that tech companies and the government will have access to all of our thoughts and then take advantage of them, just like some people would argue they already have.
If tech companies and the government could see all our thoughts, do you think they wouldn't take advantage of it?
Why would they not?
Why would they not?
Exactly.
If you could put a chip in your brain that would make you happier, would you do it? Okay, this feels like an episode of Black Mirror, but yes, if it's gonna make me happier, but then it's like, what is, like, how would they get it to fit everybody's definition of happiness? Like, would it work with your brain chemistry? I guess I would need the logistics. But yes.
You can't really be happy all the time. I think you need to experience all emotions.
I want to know what exactly it is that I'm feeling so I know what the problem is. If I have a chip in my brain to make me happier, then I'm not fixing the problem of why I'm not happy.
Would you wear a helmet that, if you put it on, it would make you smarter and double your salary?
Jeez, that's a lot of pressure, huh? I have to keep the helmet on all the time.
Yeah. Well, if you put the helmet on, you get smarter and richer, but tech companies and the government have access to your thoughts.
Well, I'm not hiding anything, so maybe.
What if it would make you smarter and double your salary? Yes?
I feel like I should say no, but I'm gonna say yes because I was such a C average college student. I'll take the help where I can get it. So yes.
Well, that's changing the field a little too much now. As long as it is not invasive in changing who I am as a person.
What if it means tech companies and the government have access to your thoughts?
Oh, right, no. No, definitely not.
Look, Esau, the only one said, hell no. I ain't letting them have access to my, you know what I'm saying? So, this tech is here. It's out there. They asking the public. They actually experimenting on people, and they will roll this out come the next so-called false flag, all right? Or false flags with an S, all right? This technology will be made mandatory, but this portion of it, this video is actually just dealing with the brain, having this technology inserted into your brain, all right? So let's end it out here in the book of Revelation. Got a couple scriptures here in Revelation 16. All right. And I'm going to start at 13. Key point is the 14th verse. So let's read. It says, it says, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, all right, which are your three city states, which is London, which is being your financial system of the beast, DC or District of Columbia, if you want to call it, America, which is your military might, and then the Vatican, which is your religious portion of this beast. These three unclean spirits, all right? It says, Salakia, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are spirits of devils, working miracles. All right. And we just showed you the miracles that they're going to be working. All right. Through their computer brain interface. Let's look up this word miracles here. All right. Sign, miracle, wonder. All right. A token. When they can put a computer chip into your brain and it'll connect your neurons from your brain to your retina, all right, your eyeballs, and allow you to see again, that's a miracle. If they can connect the neurons from your brain all the way down to your lower extremities because you couldn't move them because you was in an accident, but now you can move them again, that's a miracle. Okay? It says, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to battle of the great day of the power almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments. And this is why we constantly uploading videos concerning this technology. You got to watch for these things that's coming. They coming. They here. All right. And when they hit, they going to hit when you least expecting it, man. That's why Yahweh Shai said, I come as a thief when you least expecting it. All right. Blessed is he that watcheth, meaning you paying attention to what's going on, man. You seeing where the government is talking about going with technology, where they what their plans are, and it's lining up with what John the Revelator wrote about in Revelation the 13th chapter, 16 verse, 17 verse, and 18 verse. All right. This MOTB, the RFID technology. All right. It says, blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments. Keep this knowledge, because this is your covering, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. All right. And a lot of you out there just butt ass naked, and your shame will be seen once this thing goes down, man. And that's sit on that one. Let's go to the 19th chapter, and then we'll close it out. Salaki, I was long with it. Revelation chapter 19, verse 19. Well, actually, no, 20. Yeah, verse 20. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast. All right. Because the miracles, all right, that they showing is going to be deceiving the people to receive this mark. All right. Oh, we can cure your grandfather's Alzheimer's. All right. We can cure, we can have your mother walk again. You know, this all deception so that you can receive the MOTB. All right. It says, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone. All right. So again, another one. If you take that technology, you have a sure appointment with ICBM nuclear destruction, because that's the judgment of those who take that man's mark. All right. And that's pursuant to Revelation, the 14th chapter, the 9th and 10th verse. All right. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which the sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. All right. But the key point I wanted was right here in the 20th verse. All right. The deception of these miracles that he's going to be able to perform. You're going to see people on TV saying, I can walk again because of the technology. You know, they're going to be thanking God, this, that, and the third. But that's all deception so that you can receive this MOTB. All right. So with that, Lord will, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'll place this link in the description box so you can watch the whole thing. And we on to the next video. Shalom.